Ahoy, my hearties, and welcome aboard the Nightingale. My name is Alistair, and I will be your captain as we continue our journey through the Force Unleashed. Now, full disclosure, once again, in my amazing professionalism as a professional YouTuber, I didn't hit the record button. So, those of you who would be paying attention to the normal playtime will see that I'm about 20 minutes further into the game than I was the last time. Which is incredibly frustrating, because we're going into my least favorite level in this entire game. I'm not a fan of Raxus Prime, and I just wanted to be done and through it as quickly as possible. And now I get to go through the beginning of it again, so that's a bit annoying. Also have to redo my apology for not uploading for a while. I was having some dental issues that was making talking incredibly painful, and not something I was really able to do. So, we're going to try this again, and hopefully everything is going to go okay this time. I got about halfway through the level, and it took me about 25 minutes or so, so I think that levels are going to start being broken up into 2 episodes. So just a heads up on that. So let's just jump into it and hope that I've got everything set up right to where it's going to start the level over, replay the cutscene correctly, and there won't be any more issues. So now that that incredibly long intro is over with, let's try this again. Nope, of course not. Alright, so sorry for the extra behind the scenes here. There we go. Start the level over.
Master Kota is dead.
Yes.
His lightsaber. My spies have located another Jedi. Kazdan Paratus is far more powerful than you. I do not expect you to survive, but if you destroy him, you'll be one step closer to your destiny.
The Emperor.
Yes. Only together can we defeat him.
I will not fail you, my master.
Amazing. It looks just like the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
Proxy, are you picking up any communications?
Too many to decipher. I can hear thousands of droids all calling out to each other. This is where all droids go to die.
Set us down as close to that thing as you can.
I'll do my best, but there are not many clearings. You'll need to approach the temple on foot.
Returning to low orbit. Scanners show you'll need to make it through that large hyperdrive core in front of you. Once on the other side, you should be able to reach the junk temple. Good luck.
Alright, back to it. So, I leveled up a couple of times in my failed recording before. So I've got Force Lightning now.
You're going to need to find a way to get through that hyperdrive core. Is there anything nearby you could use as a makeshift explosive?
Which they just give to you at the beginning of this, but I've taken it up to level 2, as it's one of my favorite force powers in this game, and it's also it's very useful. Obviously, I also collected a couple of holocrons, so I apologize. There was one down in there.
You're approaching some sort of salvage operation.
I'll deal with him.
I also leveled up my health, and just gained a couple of force combos that I'll probably never use. Once again, not much of a combo player. Which, again, I'm sure is angering several people, because, you know, I'm not playing the game the correct way. But, beaten the game many times without using them. I'm sure I will beat it again without using it. I mean, I usually buy them all just because I've got the points to spend, so why not? So there might be times when I just basically accidentally use one without even really knowing what just happened, but, oof. Glad for invulnerability there, since apparently I can't stand on that. Alright, bonus objective and a level up. Maybe I'll be lucky and I've got enough points now to get level 3 of Force Lightning, because I was saving up for that. Does not look like it. Unfortunate. Oh well. But I should... Wait a second. No, yeah, okay. Should be able to... Yeah, health and force power. Excellent. So it looks like it didn't save some of my upgrades. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess you can see the ones that I'm buying here. Again, for the most part, I'm just kind of picking randomly. You know, I like using lightning and whatnot. This is probably the one combo I use, the lightning bomb. Because that's relatively simple and easy to use. And it's also, you know, a helpful thing. And again, I'm sure all the other combos are helpful and useful if that's your playstyle. It's just not for me.
Eclipse to Starkiller. We're picking up a lot of movement beyond that hyperdrive core.
Yeah, I guess if you're a fan of Jawas, this is going to be a bit of a rough level, because they're going to kind of get decimated here. But, you know, they throw bombs at me, so... I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Jawas. You know, they're a cool species, and I'm glad that more modern Star Wars media is doing more with them, kind of fleshing them out. Making them more than just, oh, look at that little thing. You know, they're actually giving them a bit of character, which is cool. Whoa. Alright, that was weird. So there's my lightning bomb and what that does. Basically allows me to electrify extra things, and then kind of throw them and they explode, which is really useful to have. Well, they're still alive. Alright, well, I'll come back up here in a second then. Excellent. Oh, maybe I can't get back up there. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. There wasn't anything to collect, I just, I enjoy any time when I'm able to talk about the Clone Wars, and might be able to see it if you back up the video a little bit. There's a... Oh, well, can kind of see it sitting up there. There is a Lat-1 gunship up there, which was the Republic's dropship for most of the Clone Wars, and it's neat to be able to see those kind of things scattered throughout games. You know, Jedi Fallen Order was pretty good about that. You know, taking place, you know, so shortly after the Clone Wars that a lot of that tech was still around, but it had become obsolete. You know, so it's a cool bit of, I don't know if environmental storytelling is exactly the correct term there, but...
Juno, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Are you picking up anything?
Just some panic transmissions. The scavengers didn't expect any droid resistance.
Oh, hey, there's a holocron over there I missed before, so that's cool. Just throw an entire escape pod at people. That always works. Might die here. Yep. Oh well, had to happen eventually. And at least I had just recently hit a checkpoint. Nope, can't skip this. Awesome.
Juno, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Are you picking up anything?
Just some panic transmissions. The scavengers didn't expect any droid resistance.
I think I might stay up here for a bit, kind of let the Rhodians and the droids fight themselves out. Here, go over there, fight those guys. Alright, that was an extra long chase cam. Oh, and now the droids are up here. Great. So, I explained it before in my failed recording, but I had mentioned, I believe in this one, that this was my least favorite level in the game. And it wasn't necessarily from the design or anything, because, I mean, this is a really cool idea, the junkyard planet and everything. It's a cool aesthetic, it's a cool place. I don't know, I don't care for fighting these droid things. The boss of the area, Kaz Imperatus, he's not difficult per se. He's just kind of a tedious fight from what I recall. And, just, I don't know, being here just wasn't my favorite area in the game. There's plenty of other places that I enjoy quite a bit more. I believe the next place that we'll actually go to is one of my favorites, actually. I think we are going to Felucia next. Oh, need one of those engines. Oh, and there we go.
How strange. The scanners aren't picking up any power signatures from those droids. It's as if they're being powered by...
So that's a cool bit of storytelling and a bit of a unique force power that wasn't really brought up again, to my knowledge, throughout Star Wars. You know, these droids are all dead and destroyed. Kaz Imperatus is animating them with the Force. So he's essentially a necromancer. Which is a really cool thing, you know, and something that it would have been neat if more things expanded upon.
Eclipse to Starkiller. Watch your step. Readouts are showing a massive river of toxic hyperdrive plasma nearby.
I copy.
You'll need to find a way into the scavengers camp nearby. Head through the bottom of that blockade runner.
You know, it's, something that doesn't get expanded upon as much anymore. But Force users always had areas where they excelled and areas where they weren't quite as good. It's just kind of accepted now that it's like, oh, you're a Force user. Well, clearly you can lift things with your mind and all this. And, that wasn't always the case. The novels really expanded upon the different Force abilities that different Force wielders would have. And I wish that was something that they would continue doing. Now, it's just kind of like, oh, you can use the Force, well, you can do everything that a Force user can do. And that just wasn't always the case. There were different abilities. Again, to talk a little bit about Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis was able to see Force Echoes, and they talked about that being a rarer thing. And I want them to do more things like that. And like Kazdan Paratus here, his ability to resurrect and control droids. That was a cool thing, and you don't see other Jedi or Sith or Force wielders, what have you, doing that kind of thing. Alright, so there was one of my extra abilities there, if you were able to see that. It's a Dashing Lightning Pulse, which is fairly useful. In fact, I think it took that guy out in one hit. Took a minute, but... So yeah, might not use them all the time, but I will use them sometimes. Oh yeah, electrocute the inanimate object and not the enemy shooting at you. That's exactly what I wanted to do. This is one game that I think could absolutely benefit from a dedicated lock-on button. There he is. And there he goes. apologies if it seems like I'm just kind of rushing through this level. And I mean, that's probably because I am. Again, I don't care for this level, and at least this part that I'm going through right now, I had already done before. Of all the times for my recording to not work, and, you know, couldn't have waited one more level, you know, a place that I don't mind running through multiple times. Oh well. Alright, well, this is where I got to last time. So, this is where we will drop anchor for today. Thank you for joining me aboard the Nightingale, and I will see you next time as we continue to sail this sea of games. Until then, keep the wind at your back and your eyes on the horizon, and fare ye well, me hearties.